In this video, we will learn how to solve quadratic equation by completing square method. Completing square method. So let us take a quadratic equation x square plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0. Now how do we apply this method? So the first step is, step 1 is, in this case, take the numerical term on the right hand side. So that means make it x square plus 4x equal to 5. So numerical term on right hand side. So the next step now is, step number 2 is, we have to alter left hand side so that it becomes a perfect square. So what we have to do is make perfect square. Make perfect square on left hand side. And how we can do that? We know perfect squares are like a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. And for that we know that it is a square plus 2ab plus b square, or it could be plus or minus. So in this case we know that this is plus and this has to be 2ab, and then we have to find term x square plus 4x plus 4, and then because we have added 4 we have to subtract 4. So as such it means we are adding and subtracting the numerical term so that we want to make a perfect square on the right hand side. And how it will become a perfect square? So these three terms, x square plus 2 into 2x 2 into 2x plus 4. So 2ab, and this 4 is actually what we should write, 4 is equal to 2 square. So this is 2 square and minus 4, and this is not equal to 0 but this was equal to 5. Sorry, this was equal to 5 and this will remain equal to 5. So what we have done is, so let's recall x square plus 4x is equal to 5. Then in the step 2, when we are trying to make a perfect square, what we have done is we have added 4 and we have also subtracted 4. So as such we have added only 0, and the first three terms will make a perfect square, x square plus 2x, and this will be applying this formula, a square plus 2ab plus b square. So in this case 2 into 2 into x, this will become x plus 2 square minus 4 equal to 5. So how? X plus 2 square is equal to x square plus 2 into 2x plus 4. Now what we do is, in step 3, we take this 4 also on the right hand side, so that left hand side is left with perfect square only, perfect square. So on the left hand side we have only left with, so this will become x plus 2 square equal to 5 plus 4 or equal to 9, which means equal to 3 square. So this is what we want to do in step 3, that we want perfect square on the left hand side. Then by taking the square root on both the sides, we will know that x plus 2 is equal to, and in this case it will be plus minus 3, because under root of 9, actually what we have to do is we have to take under root, we have to take 9. So this was 9, not under root 9, but let's say this was 5 plus 4 was 9. So in this case x plus 2 will be equal to under root 9, which will be equal to plus minus 3. And then what do we get? X is equal to 3 minus 2, or x is equal to minus 3 minus 2. So this will become minus 5 minus 5. So this will become minus 5, and this it will become plus 1. So we will get the two answers, plus 1 and minus 5. So let me just repeat, and last but not the least is we can verify our answers. We can verify. And how do we verify? We substitute these values in the equation, that is x square plus 4x is equal to 5, and we will get that the equation is matching. Left hand side is equal to right hand side in value. Once we substitute, x is equal to minus 5 or plus 1. So let me just repeat the step. Step number 1 is we bring the numerical side on the right hand side, and then we make a perfect square on the left hand side, and then whatever numerical value we have added to make left hand side as a perfect square, we transfer that also again onto the right hand side, and then we take a square root on both sides. By taking a square root, we get a linear equation on the left hand side and a numerical value on the right hand side. And the numerical value in the right hand side could either be a rational number or a irrational number. But if the numerical value on the right hand side happens to be minus, then it will not lead to a real number in terms of square root. So that we will learn later, that what we do in such situation. In fact, in such situation, there will not be any real root of that quadratic equation. So as soon as, if this side becomes minus, then it will not be, there will not be any real solution to the quadratic equation. So we have learned this method. We have learned factorization method in the earlier video, and in this video we have learned the completing square method for solving quadratic equation. So in fact, one quadratic equation we may be able to solve by factorization method or by completing square method. So this is giving us, two different methods. Sometimes some equations may be easier to solve by factorization, and some other equations may be easier to solve by completing square method. Thank you.